Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain on concept called thread life cycle. Okay, yeah. So thread life cycle. Uh, Already in the previous video, explained about the ways of creating thread. So there are two methods in which you can create what your own threads. First method is by taking the help of one class with name or thread, and second method is by taking the help of an interface with name or runnable. Okay, we can create what our own threads. These two are the two methods. So already some developer has designed in Java, some developer has designed one class with name or thread, within which there's an function with name or start. Within that start, already designer has written a code to create what new threads. At the end, they are calling what run method. Okay. So by taking the help of this class thread, we can create what new threads by calling what start method. Okay. And since at the end they are calling what run method, and for that there is no definition within a thread, we can override that one in our own class. Okay, and that will be executed by what your new thread. Okay, yeah. I think all this concept already explained in the previous video. If you have any doubt, you can watch that one. Now directly we'll go with thread life cycle. Yeah, so once you create an object, a new state will be created. Okay, so once you create an object, so that class must inherit from what thread class. Okay, see, my thread is inheriting from a thread. Once you create an object, new state will be what created. Okay, and once you by you using the same object, see the object name is what t. By using the same object, and if you call what start method, so from it will go to what one more state, then that state is called as what runnable state. Until thread scheduler allocates some resources or a time, thread scheduler, okay, until thread scheduler allocates resources or a time, it will be in what runnable state. Once thread scheduler allocates resource or a time, it will go to what one more state called as what running state by executing whatever the code you need to return within a run method. Okay, and after executing all the code whatever written within a run method, it will go to what one more state. We'll call that one as what stop state. And this is a total life cycle of almost every thread: new, runnable, running, stop. When it will be there in what new, once you create an object. When it will be there in what runnable, once you call over start method. Okay, when it will be there in what running state, once thread should allocate what some resources or a time. Okay, so it will start executing whatever the code you written within a run method. And when it will be there in what stop state, once it completes all the lines of code whatever written within a run, it will go to what stop method. So this is a life cycle of your thread, usual life cycle of your thread. But while running, okay, if there is any interruption, okay, by calling some methods like sleep or what wait, it will go to what one more state, and that state is called as what waiting state or blocked state. Once it go to what waiting state blocked state, directly it will go to what runnable, and it will be there in what waiting state only until it until thread should allocate some resources. So again, if a thread should allocate some resources, it will continue with what next line, where exactly it is what blocked, or where exactly it will went to what waiting state. Okay, so it will continue executing whatever run method. Okay, after completing execution, again it will go to what stop method or a stop state. Okay, this is the life cycle of your thread. Just write this heading thread life cycle. Just write on this diagram. So after this diagram, just write on some contents. Thread life cycle, there are what 5 states: new, runnable, running, waiting. Last one is what stop or terminated. Okay, what is the when you call what new, once you create an object. When it is called as what runnable, once you call what start method. Okay, when it is what running, if thread schedule allocate some resources or a time. When it is in a waiting or blocked state, if you call any methods like stop or what wait, it will be not waiting or a blocked state. When it will be in a terminal state, after executing all the lines of code whatever written within a run method, so it will go to what one more state, that one is called as what stop state. Okay, yeah. So first you write on this one side heading thread cycle, thread life cycle, and write on this diagram. After that, you just write on this explanation. Thank you.